Okay, our goal here is, well, this is Chapter 4, Section 8 of Algebra 1. Our goal here is to write an equation given just data. So the first thing I would do is I'm going to graph these points real quick and just take a peek at what I got visually. So let me grab a pen here. And I've got my green writing at the top, so I'll just grab some green. I see that this is my top row, so I'm going to call this X, I'm going to call this Y. And so my X's are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's pretty easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. My Y's are a little bit more difficult. I need to get up to 140. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, so if I count by 20, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, and 140, that gets me enough points. So at 1, I should be at 28, so 28 should be somewhere in here, right? And at 2, I'm at 56. 56 is somewhere in there. 3, I'm at 84. 4, I'm at 112. And 5, I am at 140. So it looks like I am going in a straight line. So let me just grab another tool here, and we'll put a straight line on that. Okay, so that looks about right. Let me slide it down so it's right on top of those points. Okay, so there's a line for my equation. I need to figure out what the actual equation is now that I've got my points on there. Well, the way I look at this is if I'm going to have y is equal to something, y is equal to something, and it's got to be in the terms of x. Well, I need to know a starting point. What am I going to start out by, and how much am I going to go up by each time? Well, let's look. How much am I going up by each time? Well, 280 to 56. Well, if I take 56 and I subtract 28, make that into a 4. 16 minus 8 is 8. So that's 28, so I added 28 here. I'm going to do the same thing with the next one. I need to go and take 84 minus 56. So that's a 7, that's 14. That's still an 8, and that's 28. So I added 28 here. Then I'm going to take the 112 minus 84. So that becomes a 10. That's a 12. 12 minus 4 is still 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. So I'm adding 28 again. And if I take 112 and I add 28, I do get 140. So I added 28 each time. Okay? So if I'm adding the same number over and over and over again, well, that's the same thing as multiplying, right? If you add 28 1, 2, 3, 4 times, you've actually taken 28 and multiplied by 4. So this first number is a 28, right? And my second number is plus 28 more, third number plus 28 more, fourth number plus 28 more. What if I were to go back to my 0th number? Well, that means I would have to subtract 28 to get back here, right? So that is, in fact, going to be a 0. So maybe my line's off just a little bit. Maybe my line should be going through the origin. There we go. So maybe that's a little bit better of a line here. Because I did, in fact, go through the point 0, 0. And then I'm going up 28, up 28, up 28, up 28. So is 28 times 5 actually equal to 140? That would be my next thing to look. Well, 28 times 5, oops, 28 times 5, 8 times 5 is 40, carry the 4, 5 times 2 is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it is 140. So all I did was I'm taking whatever my x value is and I'm multiplying it by 28. So I'm taking 28 times whatever my x value is. And there is my equation. And then you can go back and test it. If x is 1, 1 times 28 is 28. X is 2, 2 times 28 is 56. X is 3, 3 times 28 is 84.